You're in the mix with Drew the View on WWLX in the morning.
This is Drew the View at WWLX. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in, and we appreciate you and hope you're having a great day wherever you're at. My next guest, man, she's one of my heroes. She is if I had to describe Rebecca Bean, I would say Rebecca Bean is a blank. And Rebecca Bean to me is a wife, a woman, an animal lover, a hippie, a pleasure, a rapper, an artist, a community organizer. She's strong, articulate, and a friend of mine. Owner of all things good at Stash Goods. Rebecca, how the heck are you?
I'm great. Thanks so much for having me.
No problem. Rebecca, tell me a little bit about your store for people that aren't familiar with it. I've been in 100 times and I love it. Tell me a little bit about your store and what you guys do.
Well, it's an ever-changing mix of stuff. So you'll come in, hopefully as often as you come in, you'll find something new. It's
Right.
kind of a place we invite you to just take your time, ask us about the things, because my biggest thing is that I want this to be a collection of things that like no other.
Right.
Like
And
no
it
other
is.
place
You've done a great job.
Well, thank you. It's a lot of fun, and everywhere we go, like we were visiting Fernando in Ecuador in October, we brought back some beautiful hand-woven backpacks, and we got to meet the guy who makes them.
Yeah.
So there's a story with every item in there, and it's not just about adding more stuff to our lives because we don't need more stuff.
Yeah.
But, if it's a utilitarian item, it's made to last a lifetime.
Right.
If it's a beautiful candle, then it doesn't have any nasty chemicals in it that are going to harm you and your family. So everything has a lot of intention.
One of the ways me and you hooked up, I had a show at Stash, and we kind of talked about what the show was going to be about and stuff. And
Yeah.
me and you share a love for Tupac.
Oh, yeah. Funny story.
Rebecca has a in the studio right now. She has a Tupac nameplate ring right now.
I do. It's even gold.
It's even gold. I mean,
Not real gold.
Tell me the story, if you would, of you finding Tupac at Stash.
Oh boy. Okay, so Drew tells me, he's like, I know you love Tupac, and we talked about the show that
Right.
you're gonna set up at the shop, and I was already so excited because I knew some of the art would be centered around sort of hip hop culture and some of our favorites. So
Right.
I walk into the shop the night before the opening, and you had already set up, but I wasn't there when you set up.
Right.
And you're like, I got this surprise for you. Just wait till you see. And I was like, okay. Well, I go on and I turn the shop lights on, and all I see is this man standing there, and then I'm like, oh my God, it's Tupac. He's come back. It just took my brain a split second to realize that it was a statue made by the incredible Paul Snyder.
Yeah, Paul made a custom statue for me, for us.
But life size, like
Yeah,
the
yeah,
real
yeah.
deal.
Yeah, Rebecca, what are you scared of?
What am I scared of? I never used to be scared of. I could never think of one thing that I was scared of until I was boulder hopping one time, maybe 5-7 years ago.
Boulder hopping?
Yeah, just kind of hiking and jumping from boulder to boulder. And we were in the Wichitas, and I was really tired, and we didn't have enough water, the key mistakes you make.
Right.
And we were heading down, and I saw a shorter path, and I went down, and I got about 12 feet off the ground, and I was facing a big boulder, and I was kind of making my way down when my dog came and ran over to the edge of the cliff. And I was like, Puck, come here. And he jumped into my arms, and so we both fell. And I landed right on my butt. Luckily, I have some good padding right there. Cracked a few ribs, but my dog was fine. He landed on my chest and just bounced off. So now heights give me a little bit of pause.
Yeah.
I would say that might be my only fear.
Rebecca, what are you excited about?
Ooh, I'm really excited about this event that we're having on June 10th. I didn't plan to plug anything, but anytime I can incorporate a fun party that benefits someone, whether it's food and shelter, or whether it's the animals that always need help in our community. So it's a benefit for Safe Haven Animal Rescue.
Okay.
And we have 8 local breweries
On June 10th.
June 10th.
June 10th.
Yep. It's on during Art Walk, and people can get a ticket, get 8 beer tastings, and it's gonna be a really good time.
If you guys haven't been to Art Walk in Norman, Oklahoma, you got to come. It's a second Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Second Friday. Rebecca, thank you so much for coming on, for freestyling with us, and doing all the wonderful things you do in the community. And we really appreciate you. We love you. And this is Drew the View on WWLX.
You're in the mix with Drew the View. Today's show is sponsored by Sassy Scales. We got some big old snakes and some slippery salamanders. Oh, no, he didn't. Come on down and put your sassy pants on and get ready to sashay to Sassy Scales.
This is me and Paul's favorite part of the show. It's called Freestylin, so here we go. Yo, I'ma rap fast.
And I'ma rap slow.
Whoa, grab the mic and let it go.
Becca Bean. You can call me Red. Do it for the people in the streets. I'm turning heads. Open up the doors to my shop called Stash. For all my dogs and cats, we about to throw a bash. Come down June 10th and bring you some cash. Tell all them undercovers we ain't selling hash.
My name is Paulie D, and I'd like to say thanks to my dear mom and dad for the hugs and spanks.
My name is Aaron, and I like to breed snakes. Cruising in my pickup, smoking the vape. Got my buddy Paul in his nice little yellow hat. Then he's over there just petting that frisky cat.
This is Drew the View on WWLX in the morning. I have a very special guest in the studio today. I got Aaron Dunn from Sassy Scales. Aaron, tell me about what your business is about and what you guys do at Sassy Scales.
Well, I mean, it's honestly an adrenaline rush, especially with the bigger snakes I have. My reticulated pythons, I mean, some of my 50% super dwarf ones, I mean, they're 10 foot long. So they eat rabbits. And,
they eat rabbits?
Yeah, and you got to think about something that big and it's waiting for food.
Right.
Sometimes I break in sweats a little bit because when they come out, they are strong. They are strong hitters. But honestly, their personalities are nice. You know, they're just good eaters.
So the rabbits, are they live rabbits?
No, they're already frozen thawed. They've been pre-killed at somewhere else.
Where do you buy frozen rabbits?
Because it's easier that way. You don't have to store a bunch of live ones.
You guys have this whole facility set up in your house. Is that correct?
Yes. Yeah. For right now, we live in a reptile house until we have our other house put out there. So.
Okay. So it's a reptile house.
Yes. Like it's basically completely converted over with caging for everything. Anything that it needs for housing is all converted over in the whole house.
And how many reptiles, like snakes and stuff, do you guys have in your house?
We have probably at least close to 300 to 500. I mean, just this year alone, I hatched out 300 leopard geckos already, and I still have more hatching out daily.
One thing I was gonna say was that the name of your business is called Sassy Snakes and
Sassy Scales.
I'm sorry, I keep on saying that.
You worked up about the snake coming in.
That ain't a lie, man. It's called Sassy Scales. Meeting you don't seem like a very sassy dude.
No, I just wear sassy pants, fella. That's how I do it.
So the other person involved is your wife.
Yes.
And whenever you guys first started the business, were you on board? Were you a snake lover? Is this something you guys wanted to do?
No, actually, I had a huge fear of snakes. When she was wanting to first get into it, I mean, I was, of course, skeptical, but she's something that she seemed like she was real passionate about. So I wanted to at least give it a shot and see if it was something I could do with her to just, it helps strengthen the relationship,
Yeah.
So she had a little baby one she got. It wasn't eating. It had to be force fed. You had to actually force it to eat.
Right.
So, I mean, pretty much your chance of getting bit was slim to none, when it wouldn't even eat a rat.
Right.
So I started touching it and just to see what would happen. I mean, of course, I did the whole lightheaded, almost passed out, felt sick. Yeah. But, I did it. I kept on, just slowly introducing myself to it, watching her handle it until I slowly got comfortable with it and then just kind of moved up from there.
Man, let me tell you, what's your wife's name?
Lisa Torberg.
Lisa.
Yeah.
You got a winner and you got a keeper, man. You got to keep this guy because if my wife started getting into snakes, I don't know what would happen. So, but if you're out there listening, please don't get into snakes. I don't want to try to mess things up.
You never know. You might one up me. You might start your own breeding deal if you got into it.
What's the most crazy story you have about this business, like doing this?
Crazy. Living with them, I think's crazy, isn't it? Basically, I live in a reptile house. I mean, and the funny part is, I'm so used to this lifestyle. I've been doing it for years, and everyone comes over, and I mean, they're just shocked and wowed over everything and how everything's kept, and because they think they're walking into a zoo, exhibits, and it's not like that. I have it set up as a breeder deal. Things are in racks, where. It's properly heated and the humidity's maintained perfectly, and it's just.
Is it hard to have dinner guests over? Like if you and your wife want to have some people over or something like that, like, hey, come over here, because people are usually scared of snakes. Do you find that or no?
Nope, because I had to say most of my friends are into reptiles.
Okay.
So the only people that don't do that is my actual real family. They don't really support it. My grandma finally got around to supporting me now, just because I think she loves me, So she just makes me feel good about what I do. But the rest of my family, they don't like what I do. So yeah. I mean, it's a lifestyle, honestly. This is a complete lifestyle. I have a routine, a daily routine I go through. I mean, I get off work, and it's straight to I got to take care of rats because I breed my own rats because it's a lot easier.
So you
to
breed
have them on
rats
hand.
too?
Yes.
Okay, so you the reason you breed rats is because
it's a food source to my snakes.
Because you don't want to have to give them frozen rats.
Yeah, I mean, and also I can breed them at a cheaper cost than buying from someone else because, they got to get their time and their food bill and all that stuff out of what they're selling.
Aaron, thank you so much for coming by. And anybody that wants to check out or get a snake or get a tortoise or a gecko or even maybe a baby goat, he's not going to sell his baby goat. But go to Facebook and type in Sassy Scales, or you can go to sassyscales.com and you can find out all about it. This is Drew the View on WWLX in the morning.
He's Drew the View. He's gonna tell you just what to do. Gonna clap your hands, gonna stomp your feet, gonna get right up, gonna move your meat. He's my buddy, Drew the View. If you're ailing, he's got your elixir. His name is Drew, like I drew you a picture.
You've been listening to Drew the View in the Morning on 109.9 WWLX FM. All interviews are copyrighted and cannot be redistributed or re-recorded in part or whole without written consent. Views of today's guests don't necessarily reflect the views of this station.
No mota.
One more time.
No mota.
No mota.
No mota.
No mota.
No mota.
That's perfect, man. Thank you.